what I'm saying is maybe you gotta keep it in the middle. Maybe you gotta. Let me explain my point a little further, because I'm all for being the grown-up in the situation, and I'm all for being reasonable in the situation. But when it starts affecting your career a little bit, when it starts running into what you do as a job, it can start to get a little quote-unquote dangerous. Because Stephen A is known for his rash takes, how loud he be, how he gets to say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants. Well, all the comments I see on Stephen A stuff, and to be clear, nobody's hating on either of them. Nobody's saying Stephen A is in the wrong, nobody's saying LeBron is in the wrong. It's just one of those moments. But all throughout the comments I'm seeing of Stephen A explaining his side of the situation, people are saying, you saw, Stephen A, you were scared, you didn't want to this and that. So it got me thinking, okay, so if Stephen A ever wants to speak about LeBron James again, depending on what he says, people are going to say all sorts of things. If he says something harsh about LeBron, people are going to be like, ooh, we know you're scared, you better watch out. If he doesn't speak about LeBron in general, people are saying, oh, so you really that scared, Stephen A? You're not going to do your job and talk about LeBron? If he starts saying something crazy about Bronny James, again, same thing. But he really could have felt like he was just being the grown-up in the situation, where he's just like, okay, I understand LeBron's perspective, and let me just be real. Let me just say, okay, chill. Because it has me thinking of J. Cole, Jermaine Cole. For those of you who don't know, Jermaine Cole is a very popular rapper. Top 3, depending on who you ask, next to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Drake and Kendrick Lamar, one day, get into a beat, as many of you may know. For those of you that don't know, J. Cole, Jermaine Cole was a part of that beat at one point. Jermaine Cole backed out though very early. Now let me not use the term back out. Let me backtrack. J. Cole decided to remove himself from the beef very early. Now, as many people stated, this was a very smart move, because J. Cole wasn't quite in the heat of the beef like that. This was really a Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing. Drake and Kendrick Lamar despised each other for many years. J. Cole kind of
yes!
with the both of them. Kendrick Lamar, in his disses to Drake, mentioned
I only had 2 drop dubs, thank you.
Okay, let me mention you back, Kendrick. This is hip-hop. We got a diss. J. Cole comes back at Kendrick. Everybody
this bouncing is so bad.
Then J. Cole almost
the first 60 is really easy, besides the off-sync duel at 50. And then there's all the flow gameplay from 60 to 88. That's really fucking dumb.
J. Cole, let me stop you right there.
But yeah, I did it.